The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is already breaking records. The WGA strike gets a little deeper, and the Lord of the Rings is back in gaming. I'm Lucas Pinckard, and this is your Christian Nerd HQ download for Tuesday, May 16th, 2023.
Welcome to the Christian Nerd HQ download. The download.
The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom released this past weekend with numbers soaring in the United States, already passing previous estimations. The game has already become the best-selling game over in the UK, passing Hogwarts Legacy for 2023 in just its opening weekend. While speedrunners like Mr. Gymnast86 have boasted completion times of under 90 minutes, most of us have spent at least that much time on individual creations, as the new build mechanic within the game is one of the best features. From Trojan horses to Green Goblin-style bombers to primitive tanks, the build feature within Tears of the Kingdom has created something within The Legend of Zelda which we've never seen before and is certain to fuel sales through the summer. Chris Pratt remained king of the box office this weekend, with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 bringing in another $60 million in its second weekend, keeping it in the number one spot. The number two spot, well, that was again taken by the Chris Pratt steered vehicle, Super Mario Bros., which is available today on digital. The WGA strike deepens and looks to be prolonged as there's a huge divide between the WGA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers. Now, one of the biggest divides that's happening in the AMPTP is that some of those producers belong to traditional Hollywood studios while others belong to streaming services. The ones that belong to traditional studios are actually finding that they have some of the same grievances as the WGA, and so we're seeing this split inside the AMPTP. Now, because of this, we see the broadcast wars between broadcast television and streaming services are now coming to the bargaining table. We can only hope that not only will this help the WGA in a way that gets them back to work faster, but also that it doesn't completely change the landscape of shows as we know them, as broadcasting streaming services are becoming further and further apart when they need to be coming together at the bargaining table. Finally, Amazon has made a huge announcement that Prime Gaming will be releasing an MMO set in the Lord of the Rings universe. This is Amazon's first major foray into MMO gaming under the Prime Gaming moniker. Speculation is that this project will take around 3 years to complete and will include storylines from every era of the Lord of the Rings timeline. Amazon says this will in no way resemble a similarly announced and canceled 2021 project, which was a Lord of the Rings MMO, but instead will be a new creation designed specifically to get players onto the Gaming Prime platform and to launch it, as they believe this is going to be one of their bigger properties moving forward. That's it for Tuesday's download. Make sure that you go and listen to the Christian Nerd Unite podcast, where Ricky Pope gets into part 2 of his interview with Scott Adams, the godfather of modern computer gaming, and today's episode of the Tatooine Sons, where David and the boys, for the very first time, binge-watched all 8 of the Harry Potter movies and give us their ratings and reviews from a fresh set of eyes. Thanks so much for watching the Christian Nerd HQ download. Make sure that you subscribe and give us a like and a follow on our Facebook group so that you can stay up to date on all the nerdy news from your favorite fandoms. For Christian Nerd HQ, I'm Lucas Pinckard. Peace and blessings.